You mentioned your son who's on the spectrum. I had a past podcast guest, Purple Princess Perry Kim from the show Love on the Spectrum. We talked about train travel, but in your case, you were doing plane travel, or did you add any train travel in addition to the plane travel?
I have not done much in train travel with my son. I have a strong interest in Japan, and in Japan, they have their Shinkansens, they have their local trains, they have their commuter trains, and there's a lot of train travel throughout Japan. And as I've been studying the culture and language, it's been fun to do that. And I would love to take him someday. And I'm trying to get him prepped, but he, despite having gone to Hawaii twice, he's still convinced to some degree that he can't do long flights. And that's part of why I actually wanted to take him again. We had gone to Hawaii. That was the very first long haul. We did Delta One, courtesy of Virgin Atlantic Point from Detroit to Honolulu back in 2019. And I wanted him to remember that he can do this and he can do longer haul travel. The most flying that we would do at any time is to Florida. And it's about 2.5-ish hours from my hometown of Cleveland to the Tampa or Orlando area. And once in a while, we've gone out to California, which is 4 to 5 hours in total travel, whether we end up connecting through Chicago or go nonstop. So I think he'd find it fascinating. And he has loved trains throughout his life.
Yeah, starting small and scaling up, a usual suggestion in the miles and points game. Maybe some other domestic trains, maybe the MBTA in Boston, where Perry is from, a nice system there.
Yeah, we actually took that last month, my wife and I, while we were out there, and I wanted to play around with that a bit, just because I'm typically a person who, wherever I go, I rent a car because I like exploring places. And I've been trying more lately to use public transportation systems and get used to getting around without those. So whether it's trains, whether it's bus systems, whether it's taxis, rideshare, anything like that, utilizing all those Amex Platinum and Gold credits through Uber. I'm trying to find ways to minimize our costs as well, but to be more amongst the people as I'm trying to see what it's like to be in those places and get a feel for how to maneuver like everybody else. I first went to Las Vegas back in 2014 with my wife, and we did it as inexpensively as we possibly could, be it all on cash at that point. It was something that I looked at and said, you could travel to Las Vegas and you could experience elevated travel experiences like the hotels and the luxuries, but you could have really nice meals and they were inexpensive. Using these travel rewards and programs can help reduce our costs. All these years later, I can still do this for way less money out of my pocket, utilizing these travel rewards programs.